Hi everyone. So today we are going to discuss about your first job as you all are on the brim of taking the final nose dive to a new assignment, a new career break, any new task, a new job. So your first job is not a continuation of college as it is always. It is a completely different game altogether. And here, the rules are completely different. Rules that nobody puts in a textbook, nobody teaches you in placement training. And in the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to break it down to give you each perspective hand in hand with some practical touch points on how this needs to be kind of executed. Now, if you see your past journey, you have spent around 16 years in your career and in college, and every year someone told you exactly what to do. Study this chapter, appear for this exam, get above this percentage, and then probably on, let's say, day one of your first job, nobody tells you anything. You are just expected to figure out what you have to do. Now, if that's what happened to you, or you are scared it will happen, this video is meant for you, right? And we are going to touch upon each perspective. So here's what nobody prepares you for. See, your performance in the first 90 days sets you at the professional pedigree which anybody aspires to kind of reach, the kind of professional reputation, and that is something which you're going to carry for years, right? I have coached 100 of professionals, and I want to tell you what I have observed. The people who are senior managers, let's say by 30, they have nailed their first 90 days, not because they were the smartest in the batch. It's more because they knew the game and they prepared themselves beforehand. And the people who are still stuck in the same position after 5 years, they were very new, right? Not because they lacked talent, because they almost every single freshers makes the mistake and that they couldn't avoid. I'm going to tell you those mistakes right now and exactly what to do instead. Okay. So let's break it down in terms of what kind of rules which are there. And these are unwritten rules, right? So I want to change how you're thinking about your first job. And I'm sure you must be doing, or you may be manifesting, right? What it is going to be and how am I going to behave, how I'm going to carry myself. Now, most freshers walk in thinking that I need to do good work and hard work, a lot of perseverance, and I'll get noticed, right? See, that's to an extent is true, but it's incomplete. The actual game in your first year of your assignment, of your job, is being visible, being trusted, being remembered. And because the person who gets the first stretch project which you have been assigned, or basis on what and how you delivered, you got promoted, the first promotion. It isn't always the hardest worker in the room. It's the person whose names come up first and foremost. And he's the one who is most visible, very acknowledged, and kind of known by most of the stakeholders, people who are very important. So how do you become that person? And that is what I am breaking down one by one. And let us look this as a framework in terms of what are the kind of rules. And there are a few rules in terms of the way you need to conduct yourself, the way you need to behave yourself, your behavioral aspect, your implementation aspect. And let's look at from that standpoint. So rule number one is ask questions that show that you are thinking. You're not just asking. And don't go to your manager saying that, what should I do next? Or what is the next task which I'm going to do? Instead, you need to go to your manager saying that, hey, I have looked at this problem statement which have been assigned to me. And what I have explored is that there are two kind of possible approaches to this. There is an option A, which has these 1 to 3 advantages, and then there's an option B, which has these and these advantages, but these are the kind of risks which are associated with both options. So which direction makes more sense given what you know, because you have been in the system, you know the system, you are experienced. And that one thing changes the entire perspective from asking for, let's say, answers on what I need to do or what I need to perform to offering plausible, solutions, making you look like a thinker from right from day. And most freshers generally tend to miss this, right? And so this is. Then comes the rule number two. Now, rule number two is always try to decide what you want to be known for in your first 30 days. Not your job title, not your full skill set. One specific thing. Are you the person who sends clear summaries after every meeting? Or are you the one who always follows up without being chased? Or are you the one who flags problem early with a suggestion solution? Pick one and be deliberate about it. Try to be repeatable, consistent, and that becomes your identity in the office. And that identity follows you through your career. And that's what is going to be important. Now let's move to rule three. Now, rule three is there are strong and real influences. And when I say real influencers, not just people who are very senior in the organization. See, in every organization, there are two kinds of power. There is a formal power, which an individual or a senior officer draws from designations and the actual authority bestowed in what he is designated into. And that's on the org chart. Influence, and then there's another which is influence power. That's invisible. The person who controls information flow, the person who everyone respects, or even without a big title, the person, senior leaders, right? Those who are decision makers, they tend to actually listen to what he's saying, what is he thinking, what's his approach. Identify that person in your first week, right? And when I say this, not to manipulate this person to kind of learn, it is important that you start watching him, observe him, what he does, how he communicates, how he handles conflict, how this guy builds trust, both upwards and downwards. And this is where your real MBA, right, is going to come in practice. And this is important. So this is rule three. Now let's move to rule four. Now, rule four is never let a task fall through the cracks, right? It is very important. The single fastest way to earn a good higher label is do things before maybe you are reminded to do them or the deadline is approaching. No, you need to kind of delivering it before. And once your manager has to follow up on the same thing twice, that's a label, something which then you are getting labeled. And that's very hard to remove. So get a simple system, maybe a Notion or a notebook. I mean, there are so many reminders now. Every commitment you are making, try to write it down, pen it down, every deadline, and track it, right? Being reliable in the sorted span of time, maybe 3 months, 6 months, a year, is worth more than being brilliant, because this is the most cheered, intelligence, if I may say so. Then comes the rule five, if I may say so. And rule five is protect your energy. And you have to do this deliberately, right? Your first job will probably exhaust you, right? Because of course you are into a new environment. You are amongst an ecosystem where all are people who are very new to you. They have their own expectations. Expectations are new, and everything is coming all of a sudden, all at once, and that's completely normal, right? So what you need to be sensitive of is that burnout in year one is largely common than anyone talks about, because there are very less people who actually express this. And for this reason, it becomes very important that you are staying connected, right? Especially among high achievers who are delivering outcomes and impact. Rest is not laziness. Even that is something which is important. Sleep is ensuring that you are having enough sleep, and that's at no point in time is a weakness. You are building a career for the next 30 years, not sprinting one quarter or something like that. So these are things which are basic hygiene, and just see that you are taking care of, and you are ensuring that these are all a part of your daily routine, tasks, schedules. So I'll share a real example. One of my clients, and I'll call him Arjun, anonymous. So Arjun joined a top consulting firm straight out of college. Arjun has an excellent academic record, very smart guy. But by month 3, his manager pulled him aside. His manager said, and he found sharing that we aren't sure that this is the right fit. He came to me in a panic, and we worked through exactly these five principles, the one which we just spoke about and we discussed, and we worked exactly on these five principles or rules, and he started implementing these very coherently, pragmatically, and systematically. And within a span of 4 to 6 months, and after 6 months, I think 6 months later, he was the first person in his batch to be assigned a stretch project, which he was very happy about. So, and after which, 1 year later, I mean, being in that project for close to 12 months, he got promoted ahead of his peers who had more experience, right? So nothing about his technical skills changed. Everything remained the same. Only his understanding of how the game actually is going to be played worked, right? And that's what I wanted to reiterate and reemphasize. So if you are starting your first job in the next 3 months or so, or you are already in one and feeling lost, kind of, I want you to do one thing right now. I'm sure that you are saving this video. Come back to it at day 30. Come back again. Try to replay a few times, and use it as a checklist. I have also put together a free first job survival guide. It's in the link. It goes deeper on each of these rules with the real templates. Link is in the description at zero cost. And if this helped you, the only thing which I'm asking is ensure that you're sharing it with all your peers, colleagues, friend who is about to start their first job too, and they will genuinely thank you for this. I'll see you in the next video. I will see you